Welcome to Home411, where you have asked and we have answered. Renovating to decorating, permits and planning, to even experts in insurance, mortgages, and real estate. We really do cover everything home. Be sure to go to our website, velvetandpine.com, for a ton more information. But in the meantime, let's start the show. Welcome to Home411, where you ask and we answer everything home. We get a lot of questions on our velvetandpine.com website and some through our Velvet and Pine Home Design Facebook page. So we thought it would make sense to answer those questions here because we have some good answers.
We do.
I have some great questions, but some good answers. This one is a big one. This one is, let's see. It says, where do I even begin the renovation process?
That's a big one.
Yeah.
A lot of overwhelmed people.
I know. Well, so what I say is you need to ask yourself a big question. Is where do you plan on being in 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years? Are your kids getting older? They're moving out? Are you going to need a smaller house? Are you having children? Are you going to need a larger house? Do you have aging parents that may need to come and live with you? Or, these questions you need to ask before you spend money on renovating a
Is
house.
your job going to transfer you soon?
Exactly. Military brat.
Yeah. Yes. I know that well.
Yeah. This is huge. So really think through before you spend the money on a renovation. And let's say the stress of a renovation is really think through how you're going to use the house in 5 years. And for me personally, I always tell my clients to think about resale, of course. Even if you're not going to leave in 5 or 10 years, you're going to sell it someday, probably.
Like Linda does the very next day. She's done with it.
The next year. I wait a year.
Okay.
And I renovate them.
We'll give it a year. She renovates and she sells, and it's worked
That's
out.
right.
Yeah.
I give them love, and then I pass them on to the next person.
True.
To love forever.
That's what she does.
Yes. I create. I'm not good at maintenance.
Okay.
That's step one. Big decision there. So think about that. Budget. What's your budget? That's kind of the number 2.
It's major.
Yeah.
And always know it's going to go over.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I've been doing this since 1988. And even back then, the biggest saying was, it's twice as much and twice as long.
Yes.
So it's going to be more expensive than you think, even with permitting and planning and hidden fees and zoning or something you didn't even think of. Plumbing. A lot of times we open up walls and you'll find there is no insulation or there's no floor joists or whatever. There's hidden costs everywhere. So definitely
You could get close. It's still good budget, but no.
You can only get close
It's not
if
set
you
in stone.
hire a professional
Yes.
who's going to tell you what the hidden costs are, no matter where you are. And then the third is I was thinking pick your team. Really just interview general contractors. And even if they have subs, trades, plumbers, electricians, interior designers, definitely pick your team and make sure they all work together. And even
make sure they're insured.
Insured, certified, yes.
Certified.
And even where we are in Dunedin, Florida, your trades have to be approved through the city for inspections. So I know not every place is like that, but here, yeah, definitely.
That's good.
Yeah. Ask for help. But what I wanted to throw in there is be flexible.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many of our clients, let's just put it this way. Make sure you have a very solid marriage before you go into a very large renovation. Yes. You just have to be flexible. You may have to wash your dishes in the bathtub, or you may have to,
go without a kitchen for months.
Or
live with drywall dust.
So just kind of think through that piece on it. That's my advice on that. Let's try to put another question here. Okay, it says, what if I just need help picking out the right paint color? How do you help us? Oh, well, I like that question.
I get that
That's
a
you.
lot. This
Yeah,
is a question I get all the time because paint is, I mean, it's difficult and it's, it covers a large square footage of your home or your business or wherever you're putting it. So, and it's hard because it's overwhelming. There's so many different selections. There's so much to choose from that.
5,000 whites.
Yeah.
What are you talking
So
about?
people are just like, they just get overwhelmed and they're like, they just, they
And
actually
that's-
ended up, which is fine. So
Right,
that's
'cause-
why we're here.
Right. Well, even we say,
Yes.
what do you think about?
Oh, I know.
And I
do.
think most people just want a second opinion.
Right.
No matter what.
And that's true, just some reassurance. But, fortunately, when we've been doing this for a long time and we have our go-to paint colors, you find the paint colors that just seem to be versatile and work everywhere. And, not that, I always pick the same two colors, but, we have a knowledge of,
you do.
the whole
You have
palette.
knowledge.
So, but I get this question all the time. And, I just have to say, well, what feel are you going for? What room of the house this is? Because
Which wall?
all
lights.
walls, a feature wall, is your ceiling, what do
Right.
everything. So is it in your bedroom? Because you're not going to paint your bedroom red. Hopefully not, because you'll be
You might.
You might,
know.
but
I wouldn't.
there'd be better colors of red,
Right.
so it depends on what room it's in, and then sheen and everything comes up. So I understand it gets overwhelming.
Well, and I think the question was, because it was on our website, velvetandpine.com, is they were asking, what if I don't want to renovate my whole house? What if I just want to hire you to answer this question? Which is why, yes, we do
consults.
Yes, you have 30-minute or 1-hour consultations. And that's kind of why we came up with the concept of a 30-minute or a 60-minute on the phone virtual consultation. It's
easy. You could just book it right on velvetandpine.com. Made it easy for you guys. But so people just have some simple questions that they want to be answered, and that's a great way to do that.
That's we turned that into a sales pitch. Not on purpose, but it's true.
But for simple questions like that, that's a great
I mean, I've walked around with the laptop and people, well, for you, with you doing furniture placement, people are like, where do I put the sofa?
That's another big question.
People who buy all their furniture for one house and then they move houses and they're like, oh, this doesn't work or fit or look right or whatever. What do I do?
Yeah, that's another question I get a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other one is, the next one, I'm sorry, is how do I pick out the right curtain? Like, don't ask me.
So window treatments, it can be tricky. I mean, you have all different shapes of window sizes. It depends on what look you want to go for. So I kind of try and just, ask those questions back and narrow it down. So, trick is if you want your ceilings to look higher, hang the bars all the way up the top of the ceiling.
Repeat that? What?
If you want your ceilings to look taller, hang those curtain rods high. You don't have to hang the curtain rods right where the window stops. I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, I thought you had to. No, it's all trickery of the eye. So you can hang it up at the, top where the ceiling
and
is.
Past it.
Past it. So it makes it look taller. It makes it look wider, fuller.
You can't tell me I can't tell you how many times my husband is like, why is the hook way out here when the window is right here? I'm like, you're a man.
Just trust the process.
Do what I say. Yeah, just
trust the process.
It makes the window look bigger too, right?
And I like to mix everything. I like, the curtains, and then I like to put some Roman shades on the windows as well. It's just that layering effect. I love the bamboo shades. I love those just because it gives texture. I know you're like, but gives texture with the linen, and it just mixes everything up. So, but here's the other thing. Make sure your curtains are the right length. Measure, because sometimes I see those curtains and they're just like flapping in the wind. So it's like
They're supposed to kiss the floor.
They're supposed to just skim the floor for a tailored look.
Okay.
But if you want to go maybe in your bedroom, more romantic look, I mean, you can have a couple inches on the floor that kind of billow, and that gives you that romantic look. So
tell them.
You kind of have to say, what are you going for? What's the look you're going for? But measuring. But these are the little tricks we know that, can really help.
Do I even have curtains in my bedroom? Oh, I have those
in their new bedroom.
fabric shade
yeah.
things. We like those.
Yeah, those are good too.
Yeah, those are
And
good.
you got to think about also, is this curtains going in your bedroom? Do you need blackout drapes?
You know what I think about? I think about, what am I going to have to dust?
Oh, gosh.
That's what I think about. That's why I'm like, no curtains. I'm not dusting that.
I'm a curtain girl.
Yeah, take them down and wash them.
I mean,
and then
I guess.
this is why I just move.
Yeah, that she does. And she does, let me tell you. But yeah, so there's all these little tricks that, yeah, you don't even think about, but you can take a very average window and make it like, so.
Is there a way to do blackout curtains without buying blackout curtains? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you'd have to like sew your own.
Oh, never mind. Forget it.
Next, I don't think you want to.
Next question.
Just buy the blackout.
Buy the blackout curtains.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The next question: does all of my hardware have to be the same, bath or kitchen? Explain. It says.
Oh, explain.
I'm just reading what it says.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with keeping it all the same if you want to go for that, that look. It's kind of like a sleek, modern look, but. There's a way to mix them, and there's a way to not mix them. And certain finishes go with others, and others kind of clash. So, like, I really like an antique brass with, like, a bronze. I love that combination, and it gives interest to a room, especially, like, in a kitchen.
People know I have, like, I think the last house I did, I had 4 different finishes in the kitchen, and they all blend. That's right. They all blend.
So I kind of like, if you're doing something warmer, like a brass, stay with the warmer ones to like the bronze to mix in with. If you're doing
that brushed nickel too, is that brass?
That's bronzy? A little. The brushed nickel is a little on the cooler side, I'd say, but it's kind of versatile.
The shiny and
you
dull
go shiny
dull.
and matte. I'm just talking colors. So the finishes, there's brushed nickel and then there's chrome. So chrome is the shiny,
we just did polished nickel.
And polished
that's
nickel.
That's the new one, right?
Yeah,
which
I
love
like
that.
because that's very versatile. Like you could go either way with that.
Because it has like 3 colors to it almost.
It has a little gold,
polished nickel.
little chrome. It's nice.
That.
But the brushed nickel's a little more on the cool side. So yes, the answer is yes, you can mix.
See, I don't like samey.
Yeah, you can mix it.
I want it to be eclectic.
But there's also an art to mixing it. So,
okay, that's
again,
call you.
That's why we're here.
That's right. Okay, we do have examples on the website though.
Yes.
So we do have
lots of pictures. Yes.
Okay. Here's a good one. What kitchen trend is in and what is out? White kitchens are out.
They are, even though
if you have one, it's fine.
Okay, my kitchen is all white.
Right. If you have one, it's fine.
I want to redo it, but yes.
Tell them. Don't tell me.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with an all-white kitchen, but what's trending right now is bringing in like deep, rich colors, like forest greens or olive green is huge.
Oh
I know you don't like green. She's a blue girl. I'm a green girl. But blues too. Blues are. I mean, really any color.
But I thought painting cabinets was out. Like, where are you putting the blue and the green?
You're putting them on the cabinets.
Really?
The cabinets are colored.
I thought that was out.
But you don't do them all. Like maybe just your island, or maybe just the lower cabinets, or the internal cabinets and the surrounding cabinets are right. So it's kind of like a mixing thing. It's not like I'm doing black cabinets are actually in now too. Seeing that they're very really in, nice. Which I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah,
I like it. Classic.
Well, so that's the thing, because I'm known for, and what I do is timeless.
Yes.
I don't do trends. I've never done them.
Right.
I don't mostly because I do historic homes.
Yes.
So I want them to look good for another 100 years. But although my kitchen right now is green, but I didn't paint that. That's how it's cute. It's nice.
See?
It's minty.
And
something. I don't know. It's
here's
weird.
the thing. You can always paint it later on, but
I
know. And she would move. I would paint.
But it actually look good because it's 20 some plus ceilings. So huge ceilings with that like pale green looks good. It's a picture on the website. So you can find it.
Colors are in are also
it says what trends are in or out. So
trends.
I think they should get a Miele espresso cappuccino maker. Like I
built-in.
had it the
Yeah.
other butternut
Yeah.
house.
One for everyone. Can I be first?
That's the new trend. Tell my husband.
Just another trend which I want when I redo my kitchen is just the appliance caddies.
What?
It's like an appliance garage. It's a garage for your appliances.
Didn't they have that in the 80s?
No, well, probably.
Yeah,
but
they
they're
had
back.
that in the 80s. I was there.
They're back, and it's different. It's not that like rolled, that
okay,
thing,
yeah.
the oak with
Right,
it. No, it's
right.
like it looks like a cabinet front. You wouldn't even know because I don't like having my appliances on my countertop. Just hides it.
I don't either.
It's
I have
neat.
my espresso maker
I
and
want
a
one of
toaster,
those.
and that's
yeah.
it.
Oh, big sinks.
Oh my gosh, yes.
have a big
Yeah, we
sink,
talked about that. Yes. I said I would give up my husband for a big
She
sink.
would.
I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you, life changing once you get a large kitchen sink.
And deep. Large
Deep.
and deep. You gotta hide those
yes.
dishes. You could just let them.
That's right. Just
let
throw
them
them
pile
all
up.
in there. That's right.
They don't exist.
Exactly. What else? I don't stay up on that. I tear kitchens apart.
Countertops, there's all these different beautiful patterns and
Blues
materials. Like porcelain countertops are coming, not the tiles, but porcelain slabs. That's a new thing too. Okay. They're thinner.
That's kind of like Corian back in the day.
Yeah, it's thinner, but it's porcelain slabs, not tiled, and they have a lot of interesting patterns.
Like the countertop,
for the countertops,
not the backsplash.
Yeah, countertops.
Okay.
It's a new thing, porcelain
do that.
slab countertops.
Okay. All one color.
Well, they have. I mean, it looks like they have so many.
But I
different
mean, you would
patterns.
do all the island and the countertops.
I mean, you
everything's the
can,
same?
or you could do. That's another thing. You can mix up the countertop for the island.
Okay.
You do whatever you want. And I like to carry the countertop up the back for the
all
backsplash.
the way.
So,
yes, I even do that in the bathroom.
Yeah,
I did it well, you saw it.
yeah.
It's
I
huge.
like that look.
I do too.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is the new deal with wallpaper?
Well, I mean,
And I've always loved
yeah,
wallpaper.
I know, but it's not your grandma's wallpaper anymore. It's not that border with the teddy bears at the
Oh
top
my gosh!
or the ducks.
the fruit,
the
the
ducks,
ducks, and the
ducks
fruit.
and the
Remember
fruit.
the fruit?
Yeah,
And the border
so,
thing.
yes.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So now, I mean, I am a wallpaper fanatic. I kind of have to be like, Heather, no more wallpaper. Don't wallpaper in the house anymore because
You did those lemons.
I know, but I
that are on the
have
Facebook
like
page.
3 different wallpapers going on, and they all blend together beautifully. But I just want to keep going. I just want to keep.
And you can.
I want to wallpaper my powder room because I think powder rooms should be like jewelry boxes, and they should you should walk in
that
there
is the place to
and
go
feel
wild.
like you're in this fun little box.
Right.
So that's my next project.
While we're on the topic, I really get my clients to laundry rooms, bathrooms, but tell them the whole house doesn't have to have the same look.
No.
No,
Especially if they're now when you're like in a more of an open concept, it kind of needs to flow. But if you have a bedroom or like an office or
powder room
or something, you could do a totally different look. Yeah, you could totally
jewel box.
Yeah,
as you said, or whatever you
said.
said.
Jewelry box, powder rooms, wallpaper. Yeah, that's what. The wallpaper. There is so, I mean, it's user friendly now. I do it myself.
My kids have done it.
Yeah,
like they
the
did
peel and
a
stick
lot of it.
stuff.
Yeah, Alexis,
and you can even
she's
do it
amazing
in
at
apartments if you don't own the place and you're renting. That is a wonderful way to get like your own personality in a rental, because when you leave, it literally is like a sticker. You peel it
Really?
off. Yes.
Interesting.
It's great. So the peel and sticks, they're easy. You don't have to deal with the messy paste, but the patterns in the imagery on these, it's like you could go from traditional to off the wall crazy wild. I mean, it has everything.
I've seen those prints, like New York City skylight or
everything.
Sky,
I mean,
whatever it's
anything
called.
you can imagine. I've seen it in wallpaper. You can even make your own. I've seen a company where you could take grandma's pizza crust recipe and make it into wallpaper. Something. There's no limit to it. So I am like,
so it's in.
It's in.
Do it.
It's very in, and not a super big investment either.
No.
So if you get sick of it, a few years you can switch it out.
Well, the President Street house, where I did, I loved the wallpaper. It was stupid expensive. It was like $325
bird
for
one?
the
Yeah,
bird
I
one.
like that
Yeah, it
one,
was like
though.
some art. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I basically built a frame and I put it just in the frame on the one wall because I was like, well, I'm not doing the whole wall. And that worked great.
Yeah. Then
That
it's
really
like
worked.
large scale art.
Art.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I made art. Look at
She
me.
made art. Okay.
Okay. I think we got all the
All
questions.
the questions?
Um,
We're always up for more questions.
That's
too.
right,
Yeah,
right.
Send them
Yes,
in.
go to what's it called? Oh yeah, velvetandpine.com. It's been a long day.
Or Velvet and Pine
Home design.
Home Design
at
on Facebook, and you can
send
leave
us a message.
messages. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. But right now, you should go to velvetandpine.com because we just loaded some cool holiday checklist, shopping list, how to have a stress-free holiday,
Yeah,
which,
if you join
sign me up for
it's
that.
a free design club.
It is a free design
and you
club.
get
You
all
join
these
it.
little perks. Yep.
Get discounts on talking to Heather.
And Linda.
If you're talking to design, yeah, talking to you, yeah. Pillows, she's the pillow person.
Reno.
Yeah, if you want to tear stuff apart, I'm the person.
She is.
Or they can talk to Caitlin if they want
true.
to do their own DIY because she's the DIY queen over there. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Again, velvetandpine.com, or please follow us on Facebook at Velvet and Pine Home Design. We're trying to reach 1,000 people. We only have 1,000 people.
We're almost there too.
Right, we're almost there. We're getting there. Yeah, we have another website too, but anyway, that's good. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.